What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, sir. All right, so we have Dunkin' Donuts manager kills a customer after he snaps over a cold coffee. Now, I think this guy didn't have no type of criminal record. And maybe he just snapped all of a sudden without having anything on your record and to unalive somebody with a headshot. You had to have some type of medical issues in your head, bro. Something. Over a cold coffee? That's crazy.
Had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. Right hook sent him down.
He hit him, and he fell. He hit him? Yeah.
This is Corey Ellis Pujols, a 27-year-old Dunkin' Donuts manager with no criminal record. He just landed a deadly blow on a 77-year-old man, and that singular act was just enough to ruin his clean records, claim the life of a man, and earn him significant charges. On May 4th, 2021,
he said he hit him, he punched him. I know in the video it said that he was bleeding from the head. So apparently the man must have got knocked out, fell, and bumped his head on something.
At 1:30 p.m., Tampa police were called to a Dunkin' Donuts inside a Circle K in the Palm River area of Tampa. When officers arrived, medics were already treating the victim, 77-year-old Vanell Cook, who was unconscious and bleeding from the head.
I came in from your truck. You can see I have an altercation with one of the employees. And I guess it just spilled, and I remember in here he was. Yeah, he was my dear was here down the street in Florida, 33619.
I don't know what happened. I know that he was actually there. Don't check the D on it. He pushed his face and he came down.
Which kid?
You know, it's crazy how, man, you can wake up, you go get some coffee, and never know how your life is going to, and never know that your life is going to end right in and there, bro. On a beautiful day, it looked like it's gorgeous outside. That guy probably woke up, had breakfast with his family, went and get some coffee because he had a coffee at home and never made it back home. That's crazy.
He has heart problems. He's 100% disabled. Disabled veteran. Disabled veteran. He's got allergies. You've seen allergy test. What's he have?
Almost immediately, Corey Pujols approached the officers and told them he was the man they were looking for. Calm and cooperative, he explained exactly what happened.
So first and foremost, let me just say my name is Corey Ellis Pujols. I am the guy you were looking for in regards to this situation. The long and short of it is that here obviously at Dunkin', he's a regular. He normally comes through here and orders a large hot coffee. But today, maybe he's having a rough day or something, and he decided to be extremely profound at the mouth. And I asked him respectfully on the microphone, could you please not use that kind of language, obviously with me and my employees. And as well as that, and he said no, and then he came around to the window. He kept going at the window. And then I guess he was going to come inside, so I came inside. I came along this side to let him know. He asked for the manager. Our current store manager is off already. She worked morning shift, and she's currently otherwise here. So I would be for the senior shift. I've been here a little bit longer than he has, so I would reserve responsibility for that. In any case, I came out to let him know. I said, listen, sir, with the profanity that you use, I would highly recommend that you go on about your business. We don't want to serve you any coffee today. Maybe you can try again another day, but you have clearly upset. You feel me? The atmosphere here, and we would like for you to go on about your business. I asked him to do that repetitively. It's all on camera. As I mentioned, he came inside, and when he came inside, he addressed me. He was looking. I said, hey, listen, the manager's not here right now. I'll give you the manager's store number and all that good stuff. And he didn't want it. And I said, sir, well, can you please go on about your business again and have a good day? And he said, no, you're a nigger. And then I said, and I'm sorry, I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said say it again, and he did. Right hook sent him down.
So it goes without being said that you can't hit somebody because they say something you don't like.
I very well.
I'm just telling you, bro.
No, I agree. Believe me. I'm terrified right now, but I agree with what you're saying. You shouldn't. I have had a fit of racism. since I've only been here about 2 months, and I've dealt with so much of it. And I'm not saying that that is a reason to do it. I'm not.
I got people that say a bunch of hateful and horrible stuff to me every single day. For the past like 16 years, I let it go in one ear and out the other. It ain't gonna hurt you. This will get you in trouble. Not gonna get you arrested, but I mean, dude, you hit him and he fell down.
Yeah, and he hit his head pretty good.
And he should have never said what he said. But guess what? That's the country we live in. You say what you want to say.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, like you're saying, dude, get the freak out.
Yeah.
Slipped and fall, pushed and fell.
Right hook it fell. My apologies for the.
He was hit.
Yeah, so they're going to look at it like whenever the customer was calling chaos inside the Dunkin', bro, he should have called the police to remove the guy.
And he fell down.
Keep down. I don't this other. You hit him. You punch him and you fell.
I'm not one to run from what I've done.
No, you're fine.
And again, he's a regular, so I honestly feel like about this situation.
All right, no worries. Some of you guys have to go last evening.
Yes, sir. You too. Take it easy.
Howdy. Gentleman came in, was being very rude to this gentleman, which is the on-duty manager.
Acting manager for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Said some few expletives, and he hit him, and he fell.
He hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get his information yet or no?
I have not. I just came in and
That's his.
Bro, that was a pretty dumb question by the other officer. You think the guy that's on the floor hit the guy that was standing up? Come on, bro.
Grandson that's with him, though.
Okay.
That is his grandson.
I was just talking with
Maybe
him.
information if necessary.
So, yeah, you want to grab his 43?
I have.
Video of it?
We do have surveillance. However, when the boss leaves, she locks the.
That's fine.
Yeah, she locks the.
So here's the reality of what could happen.
Yeah.
If you charge a battery, yeah, you could be charging battery.
Right.
That's after we speak with him and see what's going on.
I'm aware. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get on to you, man.
Yeah. No.
You can't let, and I'm telling you from here on out, you can't let what somebody says anger you.
Yeah.
He said, I deal with it and I let it go on. I mean, people say nasty and hateful stuff to him and I just
believe
because we
me,
do our job.
I know.
For no reason.
I know it.
You're going to have people like that throughout your life. You just got to let it go in one ear and right out the other. And just realize that he's going to leave and be on his way and you're going to still be here working.
Right.
You know? So we'll let them get him loaded up and everything like that. Just do what you got to do, bro. I'll be in here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
You're cool. You're good to go, man. Thank you.
It started moments earlier in the drive-thru. Employees couldn't hear Cook through the speaker. He became agitated, began yelling, and was told to leave without being served. Instead, he parked and walked inside. A Dunkin' employee who dealt with Cook at the drive-thru told officers the same story Pujols did.
So basically, he was just being, outright rude when your card is going through. But he was just being
For
like,
what reason?
outright verbal. I asked him if he wanted iced or hot coffee. He instantly was like cold coffee. Confident. He was like, who the fuck likes cold coffee? I always get fast, so the same. Y'all always get it wrong. I'm like, okay, sir, we cannot hear and identify you at the window.
So he got mad because you asked him if he wanted ice or hot coffee.
Yeah. Instantly awkward. He was already mad. A large hot latte. Okay, gotcha. So instantly he was just,
Sure.
above level. So he was being very verbal. Didn't want to listen to what we were saying. So Corey was like, he got on the mic because I've only been here for like just 3 weeks.
Sure.
But I've had Dunkin' experience, so
Well, that shouldn't be a normal reaction of somebody.
it shouldn't be a normal reaction. So he didn't want to.
They making me want some daggone coffee right now. You heard me.
Okay, so yeah, he was being really verbal for.
It's early in the morning too. 5:36 a.m.
Corey got on the mic because he's the veteran here. The more experienced person.
Sure.
So he took over the mic and was like, "Can you not talk to the customer employees like that?" And he didn't listen. So he said, "Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna take your order today. We're gonna ask politely asked him to leave. Came up here, we had a verbal like, can you leave and like took the order type of thing right here. We were reassuring him that he could come again later. So then that's when he came up to the front and it was right there.
So even after y'all asked him to leave,
He kept on coming.
came, he parked, and when you say up there, up at the front counter.
Yeah, he came to the car. So we knew Corey was gonna. So me and Corey went up there to wait and tell him to leave again. He didn't want to listen again, so we asked him to leave multiple times, and that's when he called Corey the N-word, and it escalated from there.
What did you see from happen from there?
From what I seen is I heard him telling Corey told me to call the cops off rip. So I was calling the cops, I was calling my manager, I was calling everybody. And the dude he kept on being violent, very rude. So
When you say violent, like physically violent,
no,
or
not
just verbally?
physically. I don't think he physically touched Corey, but mentally, trying to get into Corey's mind.
Sure.
Mess with him and around with his head. So then Corey, he was like, okay, we're gonna ask you one more time. We're gonna either, you're gonna leave or we're gonna call the cops. I was already calling the cops. So he didn't want to leave. He was like, there's a bunch of niggers, this, that, and third, your nicknames. Corey was like, one more time, and he called him another nick, and that's what happened. I was right here, and I was on the phone with my manager and the police officers at that time. Oh wait, yeah, police officer at that time, and that's what happened.
So what happened after that?
So the police is wanting the co-worker to initially say that he saw the strike, the right hook that took the man to the floor, and the co-worker is kind of like saying it without saying it. So he's trying not to say it verbatim, like exactly what he saw, but he want to say Corey knocked the dude the F out. That's what he really want to say. I can tell.
Corey punched him. He was on the floor, and I was on the phone.
Okay, and you were standing like
right around here on the phone.
Okay. Is he? And Corey said he's a normally regular. He comes through
He
here.
comes here a lot, and he's very, like verbal. Like I guess he doesn't know how to, be respectful. So
Well, normal people know how to be respectful. And choose not to be.
He wasn't being respectful.
I mean, it's
and
horrible.
yeah, so he does this a lot. I've had multiple times where I've had to go through it. He gets mad because we don't know his order. But we don't know your order because we cannot physically see your face.
Sure. Hello, manager?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to A, I got a thumb drive, or B, if we're able to get the video, can you email it? What's better for you?
I'll have it emailed to you.
Okay.
I'll have my law prevention guy
Okay.
send it to you.
Let me go out and.
Give me an email address.
Yes, sir.
I'll call him now, as a matter of fact, to go ahead and get him to do it.
Okay.
Police requested the store's surveillance footage, and it told the exact story the two employees told. Instead of leaving the property as the employees requested, Vanell Cook parked his car and walked inside the store. Seeing this, Corey Pujols, the on-duty manager, immediately told a co-worker to call the police. Cook approached the service counter and continued arguing. Pujols stayed on the opposite side, separated by a waist-high swinging door, and repeatedly told Cook to leave the store. During the confrontation, Cook used a racial slur, calling Pujols the N-word. At that point, Pujols stepped through the swinging door, moving closer but keeping his hands at his sides. He warned Cook not to say the word again. Cook repeated the slur. In response, Pujols threw a single punch to Cook's jaw. Cook fell backward, struck his head on the concrete floor, and lost consciousness. Pujols then walked away as emergency services were already being called. The victim, Vanell Cook, was later revealed to be a registered sex offender with a long criminal history involving child exploitation. Prosecutors would later describe him as an unsympathetic victim, but legally, none of that justified the punch. The officers eventually did what they had to do.
It feels better in here. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You're good. Yeah. They told me what happened. I feel for you 100% right now. What's happening up here is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And I understand your anger and your level of frustration. That would be pissed too. And this is one of those things that there's one thing that's steering us right now, and it's the level of he's in critical condition right now. It's not looking good. He has brain swelling right now. He's unconscious and everything. So I'm going to pray for you and for him that he recovers. If he recovers and he's okay, just keep it not big deal. So you know what I'm saying? It's the level of injury. Had he not been this injured, there's a lot of things he could have done. Because like I said, nobody here is okay with what that guy said. And none of us would know at all, you know? And he deserves to put in place for that. But because of how seriously he's injured, we have no choice. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to understand that. Everybody here agrees that what Kentucky was wrong, what he said he was wrong, and he has to explain how he was. Like I said, he's not in so I'm going to pray for you and for him that he recovers, that he just hopefully go away. But for the time being, you're going to be charged 1 count of battery on the elderly male, which is over 65 years of age. You'll have a bond, so it's not going to be really high. You'll be able to bond out tonight at some point. And then we'll just pray all of us. This guy recovers and everything will work itself out. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything you have that you want somebody to say here?
Yes, please. I'm his mom.
That's fine. Mom, you want to step over here and we can grab all this stuff? Get that right. Hey, do you want a bag? Ma'am, do you want a bag? I can give you a bag for all that. Yeah, I've got one in here, or if you got one, that's fine. Like I say, he'll get a bond, hopefully as fast as possible so he can get out and be done with it. But I mean, I called the state attorney's office, I spoke to all of our supervision, and it's just unfortunate, you know. I wish the guy had a black eye so we could all say, hey, watch your health, you know, but he's been too bad. It's just one of those things like I mentioned. It's a really sad situation. What can make it go best is that the guy recovers. She goes to the I'm sorry. Sure. Corey, you have anything else on you, brother?
No, that's it. Took everything else.
That's for mom.
Okay, that's it?
Right here. Yeah, that's for mom.
Yeah. That's it for the car?
Yes. Right. Yes. Corey, you don't have a seat in the car over. Yes. Brother, what the detective was saying, we 100% agree. But when his head hit hard and everything, when they brought him out here, he was unconscious. Yeah. And then while he's up there, he's not doing good right now. He could get better, okay? So you go down, we'll tell mom. Mom can go down. Yeah, you do that and I'll 1035 you. Do they? Okay, that's fine. It's just a hope, brother, that it gets better. Yeah. Okay? I know that was not your intent.
It was not.
It wasn't. I know that. You told me that right off the bat, man. It would have been different if it would have progressed and it would have been more physical after that, but it wasn't. Yeah. But everything, when something happens, everything is taken that happens in the entire situation. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So him falling, him getting the injury, him being elderly, again, he could be in the hospital and be completely fine by tomorrow. Okay? But we'll tell mom. Mom can come down and bond you out. It should be, I think, a $1,000 bond or $100 to do a bondsman. She can come down and bond you out. And I'm sorry about this.
I'm sorry because I still think, no matter what anybody thinks of me, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't. I agree with everybody. I shouldn't.
Let me turn the air on for you. Let me talk to mom real quick. Okay.
3 days later, on May 7th, 2021, Cook died from a skull fracture and brain contusions. Pujols was rearrested and charged with aggravated manslaughter of an elderly adult, facing up to 30 years in prison. In March of 2022, prosecutors made a controversial decision. They reduced the charge to felony battery. Pujols was sentenced to 2 years house arrest, 3 years probation, 200 hours community service, mandatory anger management, and no prison time. Prosecutors cited key factors such as Pujols' clean record, the victim's aggression and racial slurs, and uncertainty under Florida's stand your ground laws. One man's past made him an unsympathetic victim. The other's clean record spared him a prison cell. But in the end, a single punch thrown in anger ended a life.
Wow. Woo. Corey. Man, I'm happy you out. R.I.P. to the elderly guy. But you dodged the bullet that time, my boy. Dang. I was hoping that the guy did get better, though. You know, sorry that he passed away, man, but over a cold coffee. That's crazy.